Best entry-level action cam. Is the DJI Osmo Action 3 worth it? What is my experience? Guys, I have tested for you the DJI Action Cam right here. Really nice, affordable, more affordable alternative to the GoPros. And in my opinion, I found some plus points why this could be, why this is actually a really nice alternative that you definitely should consider. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through the video quality. How good is the video quality? What's the image stabilization? What are good accessories? Maybe you want to consider some accessories. I'm going to quickly touch up on accessories. What's the menu like? What are good settings that you can use also to save some energy to get even longer recording? So guys, let's jump right into some video footage examples. So right here, I'm walking into a train station in Germany and I'm actually filming this all handheld, which is, I'm going to touch up on the stabilization in just a second. It's pretty bright outside, which yields excellent results. Now I'm walking into the station and obviously inside the station it's darker, and I must say less light, the quality declines somewhat. But of course, while walking through this underpass, you can see, I would say in low light conditions, I would be a little bit careful depending on how much you want out of the image quality. But as you can see, now as I'm walking up these stairs and it's getting brighter and more light is available to the camera, I must say the more light you have, the better actually the images look. So my conclusion when it comes to image quality, ideally you're using this action cam in bright light or maybe on an overcast day, but I wouldn't shoot in low light conditions or at night with that action cam, simply because I think the quality would suffer. And as you can see, the sun is hitting that train and you have really nice red crisp colors. And point number 2, the stabilization. Guys, look at it. I'm just using this cam, action cam, the DJI Osmo. I'm using it handheld. Handheld, there is no gimbal. And it looks really good. Given the fact that that's all handheld, I'm really impressed by the stabilization that this action cam can deliver. And guys, I'm driving in this other video here through the neighborhood on some light, I mean, what would you call that, gravel road? I mean, that's not really challenging for the action cam. Small bump right here, no problem. And you see how this smooth moves around, but turning another corner, I found a really nice testing spot with some bumpy surface. So not only when you turn the corners, it's very smooth, but look at my hands on the bicycle. This is incredibly bumpy. I'm really shaken, but the image looks smooth as silk. Guys, how is this possible? I'm driving on a smooth road, it looks smooth. I'm driving over these bumpy stone spots. Here's another one. Look at my hands. It shakes like crazy, but it's totally smooth. So that really goes to show the DJI Osmo Action 3, the real highlight, the star of this action cam really is this rock steady stabilization. That's what they call it, rock steady. And I can't speak highly enough about the stabilization. But what's with accessories, guys? Obviously, you can use it handheld like I showed you while walking to the train station. But I think you should really consider accessories like this, like a chest mount when maybe you want to ride it on a motorcycle or e-scooter or bicycle or whatever. It really depends on what kind of footage you want to shoot. This is really handy, but also the sound. So I opted to go for a lavalier microphone from Sennheiser, USB-C mic, because I've read online that the wireless mic doesn't plug into the DJI Osmo when you're using this cage because there's a little space. So that USB mic actually works well, and it also performed surprisingly good when driving in windy scenarios. I just took that, put that under my clothes, clipped it from inside, and also put a little bit of foam over it. And that was sufficient to shield to a fairly good degree, like I'm going to show you now, against the wind. So again, I'm driving here. You see it's very windy. And I hope you can hear that and you see that with the waves and the trees. Maybe the lavalier mic, it picks up a little bit of wind, but that's okay. You could even put another protector over it and it would protect it even more. Plus the lavalier mic is technically, it's not made, I mean, it's made to pick up your voice if you put it like here. It's not so much made for picking up the environment sound. So I would guess if you talk, the camera would pick that up and regulate it and it would maybe sound even better. So very happy with the USB mic, but obviously you have to check your own use conditions, how you're planning on using this. But recording the sound digitally via USB-C, that's actually pretty nice. Now, when it comes to the menu with the DJI Osmo 3 Action Cam, then I found the menu to be very intuitive. It gets a little bit too used to, of course, if you're using it the first time, but you can access all the settings, whether you want to shoot in full HD, whether I want to shoot in 4K. You can switch between 10-bit HDR or the normal setting. I was a little bit disappointed with the 10-bit HDR in full HD. That's what I would have loved to use this for. From the image quality, but I mean, that's a trade-off. I mean, the action cams usually have a smaller sensor. So menus are good, and battery life. There are some tricks that you can enhance the battery life by, for example, you go into the menu and you set the setting of the action cam that when you hit record, the screen shuts off after 5 or 10 or whatever seconds. I utilized that, and I mean, the battery kept going for when I recorded the test footage. I would say this gets a thumbs up. Very nice entry-level action cam, especially good with the stabilization. If you need an action cam that has good stabilization, this has very good stabilization in my opinion. I showed it to you. I see you as a subscriber. Bye.